In a quiet town nestled by the river, there lived a gentle hedgehog named Milo. He was a sweet soul, a lover of tranquility, the scent of flowers in bloom, and the peaceful rhythm of raindrops falling against glass. Milo had a simple dream, one he held close to his heart. He wanted to create a little cafe, a haven where anyone could walk in and leave with a smile after their very first sip. But dreams, even the quiet ones, can be met with disbelief. In Milo's town, when he shared his idea, it wasn't met with encouragement. Instead, there were chuckles and whispers. A hedgehog open a cafe? How would that even work? And who would visit something so strange, they'd say, before shaking their heads and walking away. But Milo didn't let their doubts trouble him. He believed there was power in the small and quiet. He thought, cute things don't need to shout or demand attention. They simply need to exist, with intention and care. And so, while the town laughed, Milo worked. His dream wasn't extravagant, but it was filled with love. He spent days designing the cafe's interior. The chairs were whimsical, each shaped like a piece of fruit. A banana seat here, a plum cushion there. On the tables sat dried roses preserved in glass, and every cup was crafted uniquely. Inside each cup, Milo tucked tiny handwritten prayers, messages of warmth and kindness like, "You're enough just as you are," or "Sip slowly, feel deeply." On a particularly rainy day, Milo hung the sign outside for the first time, Café Milo. The cafe was ready, its lights glowing warmly against the gray sky, the scent of saffron and cocoa mingling in the air. The cafe was ready, its lights glowing warmly against the gray sky, the scent of saffron and cocoa mingling in the air. But the world didn't rush in. Hours passed, and not a single visitor came through the door. Milo, as patient as ever, watched the rain. He didn't worry. He knew good things take time. And then it happened. An old turtle wandered inside, her shell speckled with droplets from the storm. Milo greeted her softly and sat her at a corner table. As she warmed up, he served her a drink he called saffron warmth. The turtle took a sip, and her lined face lit up with joy. "I haven't tasted anything like this in 30 years, she said, her voice trembling with gratitude. Soon after, others followed. A shy fox with ears tucked low entered, his gaze flitting nervously until Milo offered him a cozy seat. Later came a gazelle, a painter with an apron covered in colorful smudges, and then a poetic little bird who recited verses while sipping a fragrant brew. The cafe never became crowded, but it was never empty. Milo had created more than a cafe. He had created a feeling. His space became a warm sanctuary for those passing through and those searching for something unspoken. Milo's dream had been small, just a humble cafe in a quiet town, but when he shared it with the world, it grew. Not because of grand gestures or flashy decorations, but because of the pure, simple intention behind it, to give everyone who entered something beautiful. Sometimes dreams don't need an audience, they don't need applause or recognition. Sometimes all they need is kindness, a steady heart, and a cup that whispers, "Here, this is from my soul to yours." So tell me, will you pull up a chair at Café Milo? Reserve your imaginary seat in the comments. And trust me, if you sip his magic once, you'll find